Harris campaign feeling the disappointment after underperforming in many states.
Yeah, one of those, her home state right here in California. Harris pulling in a little more than 50% of support from voters in the Golden State. That would be the lowest that a Democrat has performed since the election in 2004. And the Trump campaign actually flipped several counties in our area versus the 2020 election. Case Area 3's Andres Valle joins us right now. He's in the newsroom and he was able to break down some of the data for us. Andre?
Yeah, well, we are looking at. They're saying that this is a wake-up call to the Democratic Party, specifically in San Joaquin, Stanislaus, Nevada, and Butte counties. For the most part, these counties have voted for Democratic presidents for the past decade. Now the data shows a clear shift in who they want in charge.
It'll swing back blue, but the Democrats have to understand and realize that, and not just write it off.
The Democratic Party taking a blow after Election Day.
President-elect Donald J. Trump.
This is a day of reckoning for the Democrats.
Donald Trump managing to flip a number of counties that Biden won back in 2020. The latest results in our area showed Trump won in Nevada, Butte, Stanislaus, and San Joaquin counties. The California GOP says it's a move in the right direction.
I think what's happened here in California is the pendulum has swung too far to the left. The Democrats have been promising a better life, promising more affordability for decades, and they haven't been able to achieve us.
During the 2016 presidential election, Hillary Clinton had Nevada, San Joaquin, and Stanislaus counties. She had flipped Nevada County blue from being red in 2012. The last time all four of those counties were red was in 2004 when they voted for George W. Bush.
You have to remember that the diversity of the valley used to trend Democratic. Latino voters in particular were heavily Democratic, and the Republicans have been very successful in chipping away at that.
Steve Maviglio, a Democratic strategist, says these counties voting red didn't happen overnight, claiming Democrats should have focused on specific issues like the economy to get voters to vote blue.
I think the Democrats really have to talk kitchen table issues, talk about the economy, talk about what working for the little guy is all about in the Central Valley instead of corporations, and that's the winning formula.
The California GOP says they're feeling positive about the current outcome.
The common theme that I'm hearing time and time again is that I didn't leave the Democrat Party, the Democrat Party left me.
Now, the strategist adds that Democrats will need to spend the next 4 years trying to rebuild their values in order to get people to vote for them. Live in the newsroom, I'm Andres Valle, KCRA 3 News.